double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it back, 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 run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the trunk with expired tag. Punch the gas, running to the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need you, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
Run it back, 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 run it back.
Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 17 of the NFL.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 14 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
2nd down and 8. Now a give up the middle to Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate. 2
sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Pretty good, as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Prescott off play action. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Running from the gun with Henry. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. Over the middle, caught by London. 7 yards there and a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On second down, here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. You look at this Raiders defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. Down inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf, 42 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Play action now. Prescott steps away. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. play action. Prescott rolling to his right. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is caught. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Now Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On the option to give to Williams here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. Yeah, the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Williams will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Wilson, he's going to keep it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos. Going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's taken in by Dulcich. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 3. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the shotgun, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw again is Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now Wilson on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. A give to Williams, running right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Wilson going to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with the pass, and it worked there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defense situation. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. And now they're in the hurry-up. Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Inside handoff, Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, it's Prescott. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First time that looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. Now Prescott going to change the play. First down, he'll drop the throw, eluding the pressure right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pat Surtain, and the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams escapes the defender, and he'll be taken down. The 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 95 yards rushing for him now. His team has been tremendous all day long. On first down, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. run. It's Wilson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That's the knowledge of game from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And still just down one score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a two-possession deficit for them. Now, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been two scores. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. On a determined run there, as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. Flush to his right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Understand he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Now Prescott. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe they're... There he goes, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Try to take this home. They'll run. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 7. 1:45 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. That's caught by Wilson. And now off off to the races down the right side. Inside the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Garrett Wilson, 89 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Caught by Dosich. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's second and a yard. And that almost their first INT in the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now. Now Wilson. Able to find Mims. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, they'll come up now. This is second and long. Wilson to throw. And that's caught by Williams. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Now Wilson, option right. And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be fourth down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal. We continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Not laying back defensively. They blitzed right there first play in OT.
The game's changed a bit, hasn't it? I'm telling you, when we were kids, most of the time you'd lay back, not necessarily prevent defense, but you want everything in front of you and hope that the offense made a mistake. Now people aren't counting on that. They're going after him and being aggressive. Of course, if they pick up your blitz, it could be a big play for the offense.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Throwing is Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Max Crosby getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Riley Dixon now on for a very important punt here in overtime. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff to Henry. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. And Prescott, he's going to change things up here. Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. 2nd and 7. And what can Prescott do in the OT? Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now Dak. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field.